Okay, so what I'm going to do now is go over the training logs. So if you open up the training logs folder that you downloaded with your manual, you can see the different logs for the different phases. So what I'm going to do is go over phase one and kind of some of the basic stuff in phase two. Once you get the basics of it figured out, it's pretty straightforward. Phase one is a little different though, because what we're going to do is have the same workout that you do each week, but every week we're going to make a slight change to it. So if you work out 3 times a week, you're going to repeat the same workout 3 times, and then the following week we're going to make a slight change, and then you just repeat that workout every time you train, and so on until we get to phase two, where we split up into a little bit more traditional, workout A, workout B, type of thing. So anyways, you're starting out with your corrective and core. We're doing a circuit of this, so you're going to start out with the first exercise, the arm bar, and then do your cook hip lift level 1. You're going to go through that twice. And so, you just, alternate between the exercises in a circuit until you've done all the sets that have been prescribed. And that's how circuits work. Circuit number 1, we're going to be doing a Turkish get up or some variation of it, a deadlift or some variation of it, and a goblet squat. And so this is the 3 exercises you're going to pair together. You're going to go through this circuit 3 times total. So here's what we have going on with this. Week number 1, you're going to do a quarter get up. So again, all these are in your exercise demos that are in your manual. And so you're going to do a quarter get up. You're going to do your deadlift and your goblet squat. And so just follow go through it 3 times, follow the sets, pretty straightforward. In week number 2, you're going to advance to a hip drill. So instead of doing the quarter get up, you're going to do the get up hip drill. And you'll see on your deadlifts, you're going to do 8 reps and then 10 reps. And then finally on your third set, I want you to do a unilateral or single leg deadlift, 5 reps on each leg, or so 10 total, however you want to look at it. And then your goblet squats, again, watch the reps, how they're going, 8, 10, 8. And then finally, week 3 here, I guess next, in week 3 here, you're advancing to the windmill, the get-up windmill, which again, just the next step in the Turkish get-up. You're doing your deadlifts, 2 sets of 10, and then, finishing off again with a set of 5 on each leg for the single leg deadlifts. And then your goblet squats are bumping up on your last set. And then finally, in week 4, you see we've got this highlighted in red, so a couple things going on with this. Week 4 is your challenge week, so a couple of your exercises you're going to see are highlighted, the reps are highlighted in red and have like a 10 plus or a plus after the number. And that means that you can rep out and do as many good quality reps as you can on that exercise on your last set of week 4. So you can challenge yourself and see how many you can get. But only do it if it's highlighted in red. So don't do this on your get-ups or your deadlifts, for example, but on your goblet squats, on your third set, you will. So you can see on your Turkish get-up, we're doing a full Turkish get-up, TGU, short for Turkish get-up. So you're doing a full one of those. When you do a full get-up, I want you to alternate reps or sides each rep. So don't do 3 reps on one side and then 3 reps on the other. Do 1 on one side, 1 on the other, another, alternate back and forth until you've done 3 total on each side. You see on your deadlifts, I'm going to have you do your deadlift as a set of 10 for your first set, and then sets 2 and 3, I'm going to have you do 10 swings. So we're going to start practicing and working on our swings here in week 4, and then, like I said, goblet squat, you're doing your challenge week reps, rep out for that on your last set. So that's how circuit 1 works. Like I said, small subtle changes every week to kind of reinforce and teach you what we need you to know to get more more stuff out of phase 2 and phase 3. You're going to finish off with your last circuit number 2. See, we're combining our RKC planks and a split squat and a push-up. So a little more straightforward here. You're going to do the same exercises each week, but you see the reps increase. So you need to watch that. So like, for example, your split squats are increasing from 2 sets of 8 to a set of 8 and 10, and then 2 sets of 10. And then finally in week 4, you're doing a set of 10, and then your challenge week rep out on each leg. So however many you can get. So with things like your split squat, if you have a weaker leg, do it first so that you don't reinforce the strength imbalance through the challenge week reps. But yeah, and then same with push-ups here. You see that's a challenge week exercise. Your RKC planks, these are 10-second holds. So again, this is gone over in your exercise demos and those coaching cue handouts, but you're doing 3 10-second holds and then 3 and 4 and then eventually building up to 2 sets of 5. So that's how your strength training workout works and what you're looking for. A quick overview of that. When you're done with that, you're going to do your lactic explosive repeats. So for this, what you're going to do is, jump rope, stationary bike, indoor trainer, something like that works best. If you need to do just jumping jacks, or, you can sprint, I guess, if you want to go outside and run, that would be fine. But you're basically going as hard as you can for 20 seconds. You're going to rest for 40 seconds. You're going to repeat that 6 times. You can see in week 2 we build up to 7, and then 8, and then in week 4 we're going to change. We're going to go 30 seconds work, 30 seconds rest for 5 rounds. So that is your cardio workout. And again, in the manual I go over how you can extend this and do extra series. So basically doing your assigned workout is a series. You can rest 6 to 8 minutes, let your heart rate drop back down to 130 to 140, and then do this, do your assigned workout that week again and build up to 2 to 4 total series if you want to advance your get a little bit more cardio workout in. But this will do you right here if that's all you got time for. So that's your phase 1 program. So phase 2, things change a little bit, but they're pretty much going to stay pretty standard for this phase and phase 3. So the big things that you're looking at, you can see here in your first corrective circuit, you're only doing 1 set of each of these exercises. Then you're getting right into it with circuit number 1. We're introducing rep ladders. So when you see this RL here, it means you're doing rep ladders. So you're doing, basically how this works is every time you do your set of swings, you're going to change how many reps you're doing. You're going to work your way up the ladder, and then we're going to come back down and work our way back up it however many times is listed here. So in this case, we're going to do it 2 times. So what this is going to look like, you're going to do 5 swings. You're going to rest and do 1 Turkish get-up on each side. You're going to do 10 swings, 1 Turkish get-up on each side, and then 15 swings, 1 Turkish get-up on each side. That's going through up the ladder 1 time. We're going to do this 2 times total, so you're going to come back down to 5, and then you're 10 and 15. So that's how rep ladders work. You see in week 2, we're building up to 3 times through this ladder. So you go 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15. That's how your swings work. In week 3, we're dropping back down to 2, but we're increasing the reps, so getting a little bit more volume in there. And then finally in week 4, you can see we're back up to our 3 times through the ladder with the higher volume. So pretty straightforward. Once you do it a couple times, you'll get the hang of it. The idea is just you never do the same number of reps twice in a row. You're always, you're building up, and then you come back down and build back up, and it's a really great, effective way to work on your technique while getting in a lot of volume, which is going to help your cardio and strength endurance on the trail. So that's how the rep ladders work. And then you're going to finish up after you do your first circuit. You get through with all that, you're going to do your second circuit. You've got your rear foot elevated split squat, also known as a Bulgarian split squat. Your get up, sit up, and 3-point row. Again, watch the reps. You'll see you're building up from 10 to 12, and then you've got some challenge week exercises there. And then here we're just finishing or continuing on with our lactic explosive repeats. So same thing as you did in phase 1, just watching the time. And then also in phase 2, I recommend that you start using swings at some point as your interval. So 30 seconds of swings with 30 seconds rest. And so it's tough to do. The more swings you do, the better you're going to get at them. So you're doing a lot of them in your workout, and then you're going to do them some more in your conditioning, and that's all right. That's the best way to learn swings, is to do a bunch of them. So that's workout A. And then workout B, you see we've got a real similar setup here. The corrective and core exercise, 1 set each. You'll see with our circuit number 1, we're pairing up a goblet squat with a half kneeling uni press or single arm press. And so we're doing rep ladders on both of this. So the way this would work is 2 goblet squats, 1 press on each arm, 4 goblet squats, 2 presses on each arm, 6 goblet squats, 3 presses on each arm. You're going to go through that sequence 2 times. And so again, just watching the reps and how many times you're going through the sequence. And then again, you got your second circuit here, a reverse lunge. SL is short for single leg push-ups and marching glute bridge. going from 10 to 12, and then all three of these are actually challenge week exercises for you. And you see here we're introducing our lactic capacity intervals, and so this is where we're going to use that kettlebell countdown combo drill, the swing, goblet, squat, two-handed press sequence that's covered in your manual. So you see here in week 1, we're going to start with a 1.5 minute work and a 1.5 minute rest. So you're going to go through that countdown sequence for a 1.5 minutes. When the timer goes off, wherever you're at, put the kettlebell down, rest for a 1.5 minutes. Then you're going to come back and do that work sequence again. You're going to do 3 total work intervals. In week 2, 1.5 minutes on, we're decreasing the rest. In week 3, 1.5 minutes on, decreasing the rest even more. And then finally in week 4, you'll see we're going to increase the work, but we're going to bump the rest back up. So again, pretty straightforward, just working through that countdown combo drill for the prescribed amount of time and resting for the prescribed amount of time, and you can't go wrong. So that's phase 2, and then finally phase 3, just go over this real quick. You see same thing here with our corrective and core. Circuit number 1, you're pairing a single arm swing with a single arm shoulder press. You're going to do these reps on both arms. So you're going to do 5 swings on both arms, 1 press on each arm, 8 swings on each arm, 2 presses each arm, 10 swings each arm, 3 presses each arm, going through that 2 times. See, we're doing the 3, building up the reps. So same basic sequences we used in phase 2 as far as progressing the exercise and the challenge of it. Circuit number 2 is a unilateral, a uni or single leg hip lift, an RDL with a bent row, and a T push-up. So you see again we're going from 6s to 8s, and then we've got all 3 of these as challenge week exercises for you. With the T push-ups, this is just a little, if you're strong with your push-ups, then you can do 6 on each side, and so basically double the amount of push-ups that you're doing. But you know, if you're not real strong with push-ups, and the T push-up is a pretty challenging variation, then just do 6 total or 3 on each side. So let's kind of choose there what works better for you. You see we've got our lactic explosive interval, so just continuing with that. You see we're finishing off with 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds rest for 6 rounds. So pretty significant improvement. We started with this actually reversed and doing 20 seconds of work and 40 seconds of rest, and so now we've doubled the work and half the rest, and so you're definitely fitter at this point for it. And then finally, workout B here is our corrective and core. You've got your Cook hip lift level 3 and your arm bar, 1 set of each of those. You've got your swing, regular 2-handed swing. Here we're doing a clean and press. You're doing the reps on both arms. So 10 swings, 1 clean and press on each arm, 15 swings, 2 on each arm, 20 swings, 3 on each arm. Again, by the time you get to phase 3, you're going to have rep ladders pretty well figured out. And so just follow the progressions there. On circuit number 2, you've got your single leg RDL, your goblet squat with front raise, and your windmill. So you got a couple challenge week exercises with these here. And then finally finishing off with your lactic capacity intervals. Again, we're finishing off with 2 minutes work, a minute rest for 3 rounds. If you recall, we started with a 1.5 minutes on, a 1.5 minutes rest. So that's pretty significant. We've added 30 seconds work, taken off 30 seconds rest. You're going to be definitely fitter and feeling better on the trail for that as well. So that's it. So that's an overview of the workouts and how the rep ladders work and how the exercise pairings work. And so hopefully this is help make more sense out of the program. So, but again, let me know if you have any questions, and I'll be happy to get them cleared up. And yeah, good luck with the program, and I hope you enjoy it.